And here we are to talk about the Titanic data set, and we're getting into some more interesting data. We talked about averaging and getting the total of the fares, right? I didn't actually do the average, but essentially it's the total divided by the number of fares, right? Okay. Let's talk about median, okay? So median is the number that's in the middle. So if you had a list of numbers, like you had 1 and 2 and 3 and 5 and 9, then the number that's in the center of the list is 3. Okay, so it's exactly in the middle. There's 2 numbers on this side and 2 numbers on this side. Okay, if you have an even number of values, then the median is the average of the 2 values that are in the center. So if we had 2 values here and 2 values here, and these 2 were the middle values. So if the number of values here is even, like I have 6, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the values at the 3 and 4 position, add them together. That's 8, divide by 2, and I'll get 4. So the median in this case would be 4. Okay? If I got rid of this number, the median would be 3. Okay? So that's how we calculate the median. So how do we get the median here? Okay, so if we wanted to get the median fare, what was the middle fare? Okay, so like the interesting thing about median is, like, if we average the fares, it seems like everybody paid a lot more than they did, because the highest cost, the highest fare that someone paid was like ridiculously off the scale from what everybody else paid. Right? Somebody paid like hundreds of dollars and everybody else paid like, 10, So if we get the median, though, it'll give us like a really good idea of what the most common fare was, okay? So anyway, so how do we do that, right? So, let me outline it here. Well, actually, let's try it in our playground too. So let me comment this out. And let's talk about the median for a minute. So the idea here, here's our outline, is what we want to do is we want to map the fares. So we have all the fares, sort the fares, right? And then find the median. Okay? So let's do each of these steps, okay? So the first step here is I'm going to say const fares equals data.map, and I'll take a passenger, and return their fare. Okay, so now I have a list of all the fares. So these are all the fares here, and if I was to console log these, then we would be able to see like all 891 fares, right? And you can see they're really not in any kind of order. This person paid 7.3, this person paid 15.7, 7.75, 10.5, 14, 29, 13, 9, 14, 7, right? So if we got the middle value here, it really is kind of meaningless, right? If we put them in order, though, where the smallest one is at the beginning and the largest one's at the end, then the middle one actually has some meaning for us, right? So how do we do that? Let's sort the fares. So array has a method called sort. Sort is different from map and filter. Map and filter always return a new array. So that's why we always put, const fares or const whatever at the end of, data.map, data.filter, because it's going to return a brand new array and we're going to store it. Sort sorts the original array, so it mutates or it changes the array. So if I call fares.sort, then this fares array is going to change, and anything that uses it later is going to see the new order of things, okay? And you can call sort, but it's not going to do exactly what we think it's going to do, okay? So let's try this, right? Let's do console log fares. And you can see, like, I got all the zeros here, and then it says 10, and 10, and then 10, 10.5, right? So essentially, and then it's got 106, and then it has 11, right? And then it has 12, and then 13, and then a bunch more, right? So what's happening here is essentially sort is sorting kind of alphabetically. So it's looking at the first character and saying, is that before the first character of the next item? So in other words, something that starts with a 0 comes before something that starts with a 1, okay? And something that's 1, 0 comes before something that's 1, 1, okay? And that's not how we sort numbers, right? So what we need to do is we need to provide a sorting function. So sort sorts things in place, unlike map and filter that return a new array, but like map and filter, sort takes a callback or a sorting function. So you can use an arrow function here. And what this sorting function is going to do is it's going to give you 2 of the items from your array, right? So it'll give me 2 of the items here. And usually I just call these A and B, right? Because you don't know what they are. Like one of them's, one of the items from the array and the other one's another item. And what sort is doing is it's passing these 2 items to us and it's asking us the question, hey, should A come before B, go after B, or do you not want to change the order of these 2 things? Okay, so does A come before? Does it come after? Or should we not change the order? And the way that this works is if you return a -1, A comes first. If you return a value that's, or I should say negative any number, like anything less than 0, I'm going to just use -1, right? If you return a positive value, any value above 0, then B gets moved in front of A, okay? And if you return a 0, then they don't change places. So what we'll do here is this, is we'll write our sorting function like this. We'll say A minus B, right? So if A was 5 and B was 10, then the value here would be -5, and so that's less than 0, so A would come first, okay? If A was 6 and B was 5, if we subtract the values here, I get a 1, a positive 1, B would come first, right? If A was 5 and B was 5, then the value here would be 0 and they would not change places, okay? So let's try that and then see what the fairs say here. Oh, there we go. So now we got, oh yeah, we got, wait, did that work? It's kind of hard for me to tell. I think this one was left over from before because I think this one is correct here, right? So here we go. We got all the zeros, and then someone paid £4, and then £5 and £6 and 6.45 and 6.49, 6.495. These 2 probably didn't change places because they're the same value, 675, right? So a couple people paid that. Now you can see that they're all in order, okay? So you could try this here, the sort method, to solve the problem here to get the median fair. So the next thing is you would have to get the fair that's in the middle of the list, right? So our list is actually, let's actually just try it here. I'm going to say console.log, and I'll say fairs.length. And you can see it's 891, so we have all the fairs there. So what I could do is I could say, let's get, you could put a little more logic in here to if the fairs was an even number, right? Because then you'd have to find the 2 center values and average them. But we'll do it this way as a quick way, and I'll leave that problem for you to solve. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the fair that's in the middle. So I'll say console log fairs bracket, and what I want to do is I want to get the one that's in the center. So I'm going to say fairs.length divided by 2. Now the problem here is this is going to give me a decimal, like a fraction, right? And what I need for it to access the index of an array is I need a whole number. So what I'll do is I'll say math.max, or actually I'll do ceil, right? because I want to round up. So I'll round this number up, right? So let's see. So what was the median fare on the Titanic? Looks like 14.4542 pounds, I guess. Right? So anyway, so hopefully that helps you solve the median problem here, right? And then I'll leave that for you to work on. Thanks for watching.